All right. First of all, I want to thank all of you who are here in person and those of you who've been logged on virtually with us all day. This was a big ask of a lot of really busy people's time, and we really appreciate you guys making the time and effort to be here. We really appreciate all the engagement, filling out surveys, everybody who's been chatting virtually with us, because really, when it comes down to it, something like this is really about giving you guys the tools that you need and the knowledge you need to help those that you're interacting with. Because people make mistakes. We don't want somebody to continually suffer the consequences for that if they can navigate this system better. And usually a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. And those are things that we've all learned in our different positions and parts of the criminal justice system. I know so often we talk with each other and we say, I just wish people knew this. Fill in the blank, right? A lot of that information was shared today, but I always say this when I go out and I teach in the community, and even when I teach officers, is I usually learn more from my audience than I feel like I'm even giving them when I present. Because the engagement we get from our audience and the feedback and the questions really helps inform us as to what's really important to our audience. How are we missing the mark with how we're presenting things, and what do we need to change in the future? So this was something that was a big idea that now was a really great event, and I'm really happy this happened today, and I love that everybody was here to participate, either online or virtually. But we want to make this better. We'd like to do it again. We want to cover other topics. Some other things that we've talked about doing is a class that covers traffic stops, traffic court, and kind of the impacts as far as ITD and the DMV are concerned, as well as your car insurance, and how that can those kind of things can really have a ripple effect in your life, especially if you're somebody who's in poverty or low income, right? And as well as the juvenile court system, and what are the resources and where do parents go when they need help and they don't want their kids to be involved in the court system, and how is that juvenile system different than the adult system? Because it is really different. So those are just a few of the ideas we have, and as we're kind of working forward and the collaboration we've had, I'm really amazed at the willingness of everybody in Ada County to come together to put this class together and make it happen today. Really thankful for Kristen and Nicole from Ada County. They did a lot of the hard work. I just talk. So I want to give them a round of applause for all the hard work they did. And Emily Lowe from the prosecutor's office, she brought them to the table because they didn't really, they don't like being able to have people ask them questions. And not because they don't want to be transparent, but it's hard with their position. And Emily did a great job bringing them to the table and helping connect us with victim witness coordinators and a lot of other people to make this event happen today. Thank you, Emily. And then I want to thank all of you for being here today. Our IT, you guys were great helping us navigate this today. But really, you guys are doing such great work in the community, whether you work at other arms of the criminal justice system or you're out assisting people in the community. We know that this is what makes our community great. This is why people keep moving to Idaho, is the people in our community and the willingness to spend an entire day learning and listening to people, and some are better than others. I definitely could use some improvement, I know that. But sometimes it's the willingness of our community to invest in ourselves and invest in our neighbors that make people want to live here. So I want to thank all of you for being here today and being willing to take this time to invest in yourselves and our community. And I thank you all so much for all of that today. So please fill out surveys, feedback. If in a week or two you guys have more ideas of how we can improve this or questions you had that were left unanswered, we'd love to have that. So thank you guys all so much for being here today.